Welcome to the State of the City Address. Coming up on stage with us right now, Franklin is so fortunate to have a military presence. In fact, we have a retired military presence with us today, leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We'd like to introduce General Ed Sholes, General John Jack Singlaub, and General Keith Huber. Gentlemen, if you would come up. And
Howdy.
So if you would rise. Normally I do these things at NASCAR events, and I have to tell folks to please, ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats. So don't have to have that problem today. And if you will join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Thank you, General.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
I'm sorry. Should have turned the cell phone off. Excuse me. Yes. Good morning. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. How did you get? I know you have your ways. Yes, sir. Mr. President, I'm happy to talk to you anytime. I'm at the State of the City Address right now. And you know where Franklin, Tennessee is, Mr. President? Oh, you do? Read about it in Garden and Gun? Say, you don't read it, but Michelle does. Okay. General, if you'll read the latest edition of the Nashville Business Journal, you'll find out we have the biggest houses in the country here. Even bigger than your house. Yes, sir. Well, now, if you want to hear how a good government is run, then right now you'll go to, let me give you a website. I know, sir, but this one works. Yes, sir. WAKMworldwide.com, and you can hear the Mayor Franklin. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know whether he's a Republican or not. Thank you, sir. That's WAKMworldwide.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor Franklin, Dr. Ken Moore.
Thank you, Tom, for taking time to introduce me, and thanks for adding some levity to the event this morning. This is my fourth State of the City address, and as I look around on the stage, truly this may be the state of Franklin right now. So we hope to make those extinct over the next year. I'm not sure where we actually got these, because I thought that all of them were used up on the streets right now. On a sadder note, this morning, I'm sorry to report that Rogers Anderson, mother passed away about 4 a.m. today. And so Rogers is not here. He sent me a text earlier this morning informing me, so keep them in your prayers. There are a few housekeeping chores for me. On your tables are some stretching your dollars, but there are some larger dollars that have my resemblance on them. If you have one of those, you get a free gift from the city, so just look for those. There's only 9 of them, I think. Personally want to thank Monique and Vicki, who have worked so hard to make this a reality today, and also all the administrative staff there at the city. Thank my Rotary Club and Publix and Marriott for the breakfast. And I always like to recognize my wife, who's a great friend and supporter, and thanks for being here. Since I last spoke to you, the city has continued to remain a destination for people to live, work, raise a family. and also a community that continues to be recognized for its quality of life, and also a destination for jobs. It's been a busy year. I've met a lot of people, a lot of new people, a lot of people I already knew. I've had a lot of opportunity to interact, and I want to take the opportunity to just recognize a few of the people today. First of all, Franklin Breck, and what I'm going to do is ask you to stand and don't applaud until I get through recognizing everybody, and then you can applaud. So first, my Rotary Club, Franklin Breakfast Rotary Club, that bought your breakfast this morning and is here having their meeting, so you may stand. Next, Dana Ketterjohn is with us today, and she recently, y'all don't follow directions, just like the meetings. Dana Ketterjohn is with us this morning, and it's great news that they recently announced the expansion of the mall. There's Dana. And also with some new destination type stores, so we're excited about that. This morning we have Dr. Janet Smith with us. I don't know if Charles Sargent's with us, but this year the new campus land is paid for. The campus has been funded for construction, and July the 18th, mark your calendar, we're going to break some ground and we're going to have a new campus for Columbia State and Williamson County. Raphael of the Hip Hop Shop, who's a small business owner and also involved with many aspects of the music industry, is with us today. He's been in Franklin business for 10 years, and I am a customer of the Hip Hop Shop. So believe it or not, I don't know, Gail Powell, Executive Director for High Hopes, who recently moved into their new facility. Her facility is a nonprofit organization that addresses special needs children, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because 1 in 5 children have special needs. And there's a person, I don't know whether they got here this morning or not, but they're 45 plus years of age. They're usually married. They have an above average income. They spend over $1,000 and save us $400 per person in tax dollars every year. That's our tourist. So, and then finally, I don't usually, being a physician, I don't usually like to reveal too much healthcare information, but the HIPAA laws prevent that. But we've recently had one of our people that had a facelift. Buddy Blue Bag. You may notice that Buddy's gained a few more pounds since you last saw him, and that's good because that means that we're recycling more and diverting more of our solid waste away from the landfill. So let's give them all a hand, and thank you for standing up. This past year, the city's continued to receive accolades for its work. Our AAA bond rating has again been confirmed by 2 rating agencies as we issue new debt to support some of our capital projects. We remain strong financially with reconfirmation of our AAA rating and strong demand for our bonds. We received the Governor's Environmental Stewardship Award for the Harpeth River restoration and Lowhead Dam removal project. Our city departments continue to be recognized for the excellent work that they're doing. One example is the Water Reclamation Facility, which received the Pre-Treatment Excellence Award from the Kentucky-Tennessee section of the American Water Works Association. And that department continues to perform at a high level of efficiency, and we're proud of them. Our police department this morning, I continue to receive emails from citizens and visitors to our community about them. They were reaccredited again and their performance in our community has again kept us safe. Crime rate dropped 4.6% this past year, and we continue to be one of the safest cities in the state of Tennessee. And you remember last year's video, Franklin Is? The one that was based on that social media question, what is Franklin? The city received a National Communication Award for this, the Savvy Award, for the video and applaud Melissa Ryerson and her team who did that for us. And then finally, Delta In-Flight magazine has gotten wind of Franklin, Tennessee. We weren't recognized as a place in America to come. We were recognized as a destination in the world to visit. So thank you, Delta. And then finally, how can I not mention the March Madness shootout with Garden and Gun magazine, where 1.3 million people online voted for their favorite southern city. And what are we? We're the winner, the favorite southern city. And I'm sure nobody voted more than once. Every hour. Who said that? As a city, we've worked hard to keep Franklin a destination, and we've done it through the recession, without any layoffs, without any diminution of our level of service. In fact, actually, in many cases, we've actually enhanced our level of service. So let's watch this whiteboard presentation on some of the ways that we've stretched our dollars this past year.
Social media and other recent surveys indicate people are pretty happy in Franklin. Our city team is working to improve quality of life and enhance city services with a budget that remains several $millions below the 2008-2009 level. The city is partnering to both preserve historic buildings and making sure they are vital, active community assets. These partnerships have taken multiple forms and are promising to bring positive results to the community. Later this year, the newly renovated Five Points office building will be unveiled. This important building will house a new bank and renovated, improved post office space. This public-private partnership resulted in the investment of over $3 million of private funds to downtown. This investment will make sure this landmark and community hub stays active and vibrant for many years. This last year, the old jail was transferred to the Heritage Foundation, which is in the process of making this big house their new home. This multi-million-dollar investment by a nonprofit community organization will bring new life to this building and added vitality to downtown. The Parks Department worked with grants and partnerships to build a new roof and structural reinforcements for the historic Harlansdale Barn and the Hayes Home. A group called Friends of Franklin Parks is fundraising to help bring the horse back to Harlansdale, a former Tennessee walking horse farm. And most recently, Bicentennial Park is beginning to take final shape as the Parks Department, the Heritage Foundation, and others are looking to take advantage of grants and partnerships to make the pavilion an exciting venue for our community events. Every day, our Sanitation and Environmental Services Department works to provide more services and still keep rates low. In the last 5 years, this department has reduced our general fund contribution by $4.8 million with many cost-saving measures. That equals to an 85% decrease since 2008. Number one, they have reduced costs by contracting our hauling services, saving fuel and driver costs. They accomplished this and did not lay off one employee. Also, by increasing our volunteer recycling efforts by citizens, reducing the amount of trash we are taking to the landfill, we reduce our tipping fees, the money we pay to the landfill to take our trash. Participation in blue bag recycling has reached as high as 58%. That means 18% less trash going to the landfill. The department is open the first Saturday each month for BOPA collection. BOPA is an acronym for batteries, oil, paint, antifreeze, and electronics. Most recently, the Sanitation Department is proposing a new route optimization system and going to a 4-day work week. This new routing technology could save taxpayers $400,000 annually. Let's give our sanitation department a hand for stretching your dollars. We've invested more in water management through the integrated water resource planning. This investment will have long-range, much-needed improvements that save money down the road. We are currently expanding our wastewater reclamation facility, increasing both efficiency and capacity. Newer processes are being designed while we continue to be good stewards of our precious resource, the Harpeth River. One major cost-saving program is our leak detection surveys. In 2013, more than 145 miles of water distribution mains were inspected, detecting 44 leaks and preventing nearly 100 million gallons of finished water being lost from the system. This survey cost the city about $20,000, but we avoided spending $225,000 on lost water by detecting and fixing these leaks and not letting your tax dollars go down the drain, so to speak. Our administration and human resource office have been busy making sure we get the highest quality employees and retain them. The city has stabilized our future pension promises and implemented a new classification and compensation plan to ensure we are competitive in the marketplace. Our dedicated and talented employees are our biggest investment and most important resource. Thanks to our Board of Mayor and Aldermen, the new Public Works facility is a reality. The new facility on Columbia Avenue improves efficiency in the use of our equipment, increases collaboration between streets, water, and fleet maintenance staff, and also saves millions of dollars by remodeling an existing facility in an ideal location with room to grow. Plans have been approved for 2 new fire stations in West Haven and the growing southern portion of our city. This will widen our reach and also improve our response times. Many of our fire personnel are trained in advanced life support because 68% of our emergency calls are medical. This cross-training allows us to significantly enhance services without adding personnel. These are just a few ways we are stretching your dollar.
All the lanes of Mac Hatcher are open. It's been a hard year for us, for those of us that drive the streets of Franklin, and we're nearing completion of many of these projects and look forward to improved traffic flow and also decrease congestion because of completion of the projects. For the inconvenience that we've caused you this year, I offer an apology, but tell you that things are looking up for the future. We are seeing completion or near completion of the following projects: Hillsborough Road Phase 1, McEwen Temporary Connector, Eastern Flank Battlefield Access Road, 3rd Avenue North Extension, the road into the Public Works Facility, the turn lane extension on Carruthers, Wilson Pike McEwen intersection, Carlisle Lane and 96 West signalization and roadway improvements, Columbia Southeast Parkway signal installation, and the Mac Hatcher widening. We continue to strongly advocate for our #1 priority, Mac Hatcher Northwest Extension. We did not make it into the 3-year plan this year, but we continue to pursue this with our staff, with our elected officials, to try to bring this project forward in the future. The city's already heavily invested in it as far as money, as far as in design and land acquisition, and we understand how important this is to our community, and we will continue to advocate for it going forward. But there's more on the horizon. Hillsborough Road Phase 2, design of McEwen between Wilson Pike and Cool Springs, extension of Carruthers Parkway South, Franklin Road streetscape design completion, and additional sidewalks to continue to improve connectivity and walkability of our city. The city continues to do long-range planning in all facets of the city. In fact, I think that would, if I had to describe what the city's all about, is we're planning long-range in everything. And we've developed a strategic long-range plan that was done by both our staff and the board, and developed 4 major themes. First is sustainable growth and economic prosperity. Effective and physically sound city government providing high-quality service, safe, clean, and livable city, and quality of life experiences. These themes will guide policy making and will also translate into operational goals with benchmarks for each department. In other words, we're making those goals actionable from the top to the bottom of the city organization. Probably the most difficult part this morning. Over 28 years, our buying power has diminished, and we've become more dependent upon sales tax. And with the current budget, we now are dependent upon 51% of our revenue coming from sales tax. Gasoline was 95 cents 28 years ago, and now we're looking at $3.60 a gallon. In contrast, our personnel cost in our current budget has grown to 73% of our budget. With growth, services have had to expand to meet demand, and we're proud to be preparing to build a new fire station in West Haven. But can you believe that the personnel cost just for that one facility in West Haven is $750,000? Our street repaving program has not been able to keep pace because of the economic downturn. Our target goal of resurfacing streets every 12 years has turned into every 22 years. We have a long list of potential projects which yearly gain increasing importance. You've already heard or seen the proposed initiative, including in this year's budget, that increases our tax rate by 3 cents to fund much needed infrastructure projects. Our budget is going to be balanced. There will be no draw from the general fund, and it also includes a 2% raise for our deserving employees. The proposed budget is still $3 million less than 2008-2009 budget. So what happens with the 3 cents? Half of that increase would go to help fund the repaving of our streets and try to start catching us back up on our repaving program. The other half would go to start a capital fund, reserve fund for future projects. In addition, reserve fund balances over 45% would also go into that reserve fund to help fund projects in the future. Even with this 3 cent increase, we will remain the lowest municipal property tax rate for cities above 25,000 people in Tennessee. Let me say it again. Even with the increase, we will remain the lowest municipal property tax rate for cities above 25,000 people in Tennessee. The parallel I like to draw is what we do as families. We start saving for future needs as we identify them. We invest in our homes so they'll hold their value. The board will be considering these possibilities over the coming weeks. And we need to get closer to paying as you go and cut up those credit cards and start using the layaway plan. Surveys show that our citizens are happy, and they're happy with their quality of life in Franklin. And they've not been bashful about expressing their vision and wants for the community. Recently, I was able to be out in the community and talk to a few people with the aid of my staff and get a first-hand look about how people feel about our community. So I think that we're all pretty happy. So let's roll the video and see.
Raphael,
Mayor Moore, you again, third time this week. What can I help you out with, sir?
I need a hat.
A hat? I think I might have the thing for you. How's that?
You know, nice, but I need something special.
Might have the thing. Let's dig deep.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, take now. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Bring me down, okay, honey. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, okay, honey. Bring me down.
I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey! Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a happiness is you. Hey, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Oh, Ken, take that hat off. Take that hat off.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is you. Hey, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
Don't sit down. We are a happy community, and we're a very, very blessed community. By the way, that production was done in-house by Stephen Price, Melissa Ryerson. So if you participated in the video, please stand up. If you wish you had participated in the video, stand up. And thanks for the morning, and just be happy.